Linus Barker is one of those who has recently returned from Ukraine. He was trapped in Sumi up until last week, but was able to get away after humanitarian corridors were opened. Hello, Linus.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Where are you speaking from?
From Abuja, sir.
You are in Abuja, so congratulations and welcome back home. I'm sure Abuja is a sea change from Sumi.
Yes, sure. Yes, sir.
But you're keeping up with developments back there. Do you know if there are any Nigerians who are still, shall we say, in some kind of tickle in Sumi or other areas, apart from Kherson, where we know that there is trouble at the moment? But do you know of other Nigerians? Have they been in touch with you that, look, the situation is still difficult for us here?
I don't think there is any other Nigerian or African in Sumi. I don't know of any. I don't know of any. I think the evacuation buses took everybody out of Sumi.
But other parts of Ukraine, I assume, of course, you have friends and colleagues in other parts of Ukraine, and this movement is slowly developing. More and more people are being evacuated. But what are you hearing? Are the evacuations quite effective? More and more people, you talked about the buses taking away everyone from Sumi. Is that now being replicated from what you're hearing in the other parts of the Ukraine?
Yes, I have friends all over Ukraine, and those of them that have cried out, even the Kherson students too. To be very honest, the evacuation have been very, very smooth and very, very effective.
Given what the situation is now, you are back in Abuja, but I want to find out from you, do you have any plans? What are you hearing about the possibility that when all of this settles down, you'll be able to go back and do what you were doing before it all burst into crisis?
Yes, I just 2 days ago, I heard the president Zelensky was saying that they are focusing on rebuilding Ukraine already. He's seen past the war. Absolutely, when everything settles, when the war is over, I think myself and many people I've spoken with would definitely return to finish our education in Ukraine, sir.
One of the reports we played before we came to discuss with you now, has the Nigerian authorities saying things like that there are negotiations ongoing with neighboring countries in Ukraine and probably even closer to home to see how some of you whose education has been interrupted can continue such education in those places. Are those the kind of things that you and some of your colleagues would consider instead of going back to a war-torn country, shall we say?
Yes. When we're at Hungary, the ambassador told us that there are negotiations going on with other schools there to absorb as much as the people that are willing to. Well, it is not a bad option at all, but I mean, there are final year students in Ukraine that they're just left with 3 months to finish. So I think those ones, they would love to transfer to an immediate school so that they can complete their school. But I think majority of people that I have spoken with would really want to go back to Ukraine if everything is settled.
At the moment, you are in Abuja. What are you doing in Abuja while waiting for all of this?
With family, trying to recount all the events of things that have unfolded. But me personally, my supervisor has contacted me and would continue working online, hopefully before everything finishes.
All right, then, Linus, we'll come back to you over the next couple of days to see how you're keeping up and to know what the arrangements are. Of course, you do know, I'm sure, that there are negotiations restarting again this morning between Russia and Ukraine to see how this crisis can be resolved. We can only keep our fingers crossed and wish them the best. But for now, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.